If you're in Ghana and you're looking to invest in US stock market, bamboo is one option. In this video, I'll walk you through how it works, the pros, the cons, the great things, the not so great things about it, and at the end, you'll be able to make a decision as to whether bamboo is worth it. What's up everyone, my name is Rick, welcome to my channel, and today we will be reviewing the Bamboo app. Please subscribe. I've noticed over 80% of you guys are not subscribed to the channel and you're watching. I need you guys to click the subscribe button, please. It helps spread the word, and I put in my best to create content that is everlasting. So please subscribe, click the thumbs up as well. It's free, doesn't cost anything, and let's get straight into this review. You wouldn't want to miss this. Now, before I talk about bamboo, of course I have to talk about the US stock market, because bamboo is an app that allows you to invest in the US stock market. So the US stock market has companies that sell shares to the public, and they use that money to grow, and when the value goes up, it means those investors benefit. So how do you get bamboo? First, you go to your app store, you download the app, you go through the account sign up process. Is very easy. Then you do your KYC, that's know your customer, ID card, that's your Ghana card, your selfie verification. It takes hours to a few days to get everything sorted out. When you do that, you are in bamboo, and you can now invest in the US stock market. You can buy the Microsofts, the Metas, the Google, Tesla, Apple, Nvidia, anything, not only in the US but even Europe, Asia. You can even buy ETFs as well. Bamboo allows the average Ghanaian to invest in the US stock market from the comfort of their phones, and you do not need to buy an entire share. Someone will say, oh, it's a bit too expensive, because I see Apple stocks at $200 and something. That's way too much. I can't afford. You can buy fractional shares. What this means is you can buy a tiny piece of a share. So if a share is $200 and you can't afford, you can buy 10% and pay $20. You can even buy $2 and buy a tiny bit of it. Bamboo gives you the opportunity to do that. I signed up for Bamboo a long time ago, but I didn't know. I didn't really look into it. I thought I had to buy a full share to be on Bamboo, but last year I decided to look into it, and I realized that that was not the case. Also, any dividends you earn from investing with Bamboo is sent directly to your US Bamboo wallet. So now let's talk about the fees involved, because you cannot talk about a platform without fees. Usually for deposits, I say deposits, I'm an American. For deposits, you pay 1.3% if it's bank transfer, 1.5% if it's Momo, and 1.95% if it's card that you're using. Also, if you're funding the brokerage account directly through a US dollar account, it's free. That's how I funded my Bamboo. So I used Wise to fund the Bamboo, I used Gray to fund the Bamboo, and I've used Rainest to fund the Bamboo account for free. Withdrawals cost 6 cedis for Ghanaian cedi accounts and $45 for US dollar accounts to withdraw into them. Trading on Bamboo incurs a 1.5% fee, with minimum being $1. You have to note this, minimum being $1. So every single stock or fractional share you buy, you give Bamboo $1. Every stock, ETF, or fractional share you sell, you give Bamboo $1. When I joined Bamboo, let me tell you a story. I joined Bamboo, and the app was telling me, oh, pick the stocks that you want. And the way they made it look like if you pick a stock, you are putting all of them together and creating your own ETF. That time I was kind of confused by Bamboo. So I picked Apple, Netflix, cybersecurity ETF, and another stock, I think Amazon, something like that. And I just said, okay, let me buy $4 each or $3 each for the 4. So 3. Then I realized that I actually paid 4. But then I realized that it's $3 that I got for all 4. So I wasted $4 on $3 investments. And I cannot sell because I'll sell at a loss. Because to sell, I have to pay another $1. So already I'm $2 down hypothetically. So in order to break even, those $3 investments or $3 investments have to make a profit of 2. That is a conundrum I found myself in. Also, fees are slightly exaggerated for deposits. For example, let's say in the market $1 is 10 cedis. Bamboo might say to deposit, the rate that will give you is 12 cedis to $1. So you pay 12 cedis for $1 to deposit. To withdraw, the fee to withdraw, you will not get a same fee. You will get maybe 11 cedis to $1 to withdraw. So already Bamboo is giving you some lower fees to withdraw but higher to put the money in. So these are the forces you are fighting with. Now let's talk about the pros and cons of the Bamboo app. I know you guys love the pros and cons, so here we are, and let's start with the pros. The first pro is a simple and clean interface. It's very sleek, it's very easy to use, very easy to understand, navigate. For Bamboo, I give them 9/10 for this. It's very simple to use. You can search for your stock, you can search for ETF, boom, buy, pick the amount of dollars you want to invest in it. It quickly goes through, very easy for beginners. So that is a pro of Bamboo. Second pro is a low barrier to entry. I had no issues signing up for Bamboo. It's very easy to sign up. It doesn't discriminate and it's very accessible to Ghanaians. There are not many platforms that allows Ghanaians to invest in outside markets like the US and Europe. Bamboo does. 3, there are not many apps that allows Ghanaians to convert cedis to dollars, and Bamboo allows that. Even though, like I mentioned, the values are kind of skewed in the favor of putting money into the app. Still, if it was those days where the dollar was just flying all over the place, you could have just put cedis in your Bamboo and in time just withdrawn the dollars back into cedis and you'd have made a profit. Not many apps give that option. Bamboo gives it. So yeah, that's another pro of Bamboo. And fourth pro, if you are a beginner investor, I think Bamboo is a good app for beginner investors. The interface is very easy, it's simple, and yeah, for a beginner, it's something that you can use. Now let's talk about the cons of the Bamboo app. The number one con, I'm sure you've guessed it, is the fees. The fees are incredibly harsh. I'm not talking about the depositing into dollar account fees. I'm talking about the commission fees to trade. Every single purchase you make on the app, you give Bamboo $1 in commission. Every single sale you make, you give Bamboo $1 in commission. Today, I sold a piece of my NVIDIA investment on Bamboo. The reason I sold NVIDIA is for you guys to show you how the sale process is like. And I also have a lot of NVIDIA in my ETFs on my other brokerage accounts. So that's why I did it. And even that, I made a profit of just a few cents because that NVIDIA investment had like $2.40 something cents profits overall since I started investing. So in other places, I might have got a higher profit, but because it's Bamboo, I have to keep in mind that hey, $1 commission has gone, and to sell another $1 will go again, so $2 constant. I have to be over $2 in order to make a profit. The fees are incredibly harsh, and that is a major con of Bamboo, and this is why it's not my main broker, because of the fees. This is why. Because imagine you are investing in 5 stocks every month. That means you are paying $5 in commission every month. 5, 12, 60 $60 a year in commissions. Anyway, let's go to the second con of Bamboo. Second con is limited analytics. I think they focus on beginner investors so much that the analytics for Bamboo is very basic. Like, you can't get information about the companies, you can't get comparable data. Also, some information that they give is kind of false. I was checking their high risk, there's some low risk, medium risk, high risk talk there. I checked the high risk investment place and the S&P 500 was in high risk. How on earth is the S&P 500 high risk compared to other stocks in the US stock market? So analytics is not the best, it's very basic, and also the information there isn't the best as well. So that's the second con. Third con of the Bamboo app is the fact that there is no desktop platform. When I'm investing, I like to see it on a laptop screen or a computer screen and look and have a good view at it. I don't want to look at my phone for such things. I know phones are convenient, but I also would like the option to see my investments on a laptop. That's the truth. But Bamboo does not have a desktop version, so that's another con. And the final con that I have for Bamboo is dividends. You cannot automatically reinvest dividends, and if you are an experienced investor, you know how much reinvested dividends can add up and help in compound interest over 5, 10, 15 years. For Bamboo, if a dividend comes, it goes straight to your USD Bamboo wallet, and to reinvest that, you have to pay another $1. So it's like cost 90. What are you doing? So that's the thing, you know, you cannot automatically reinvest dividends. For other apps like Interactive Brokers, you can reinvest dividends for free. You're not paying any fee. It will automatically get reinvested, and that's how compounding works. Now let me talk to you about my suggestions for anyone who is using Bamboo. You might be a new user, or you might be someone who already has a Bamboo account. You have to listen to these things because I have experience in the app. I've made mistakes just for you. My first advice is to not hold many positions on Bamboo. Now, what do I mean by not holding many positions? I mean, do not invest in many different stocks and ETFs. For example, if you invested in 10 stocks and ETFs, and every month you want to reinvest, you want to add something to top up, you are spending $10 a month. $10 times 12 months, you're spending $120 just to put money and invest. Now, it means that if you want to make a profit, you have to beat that $120 you've spent on commissions, and also if you're selling, you have to think about the commissions that you pay for selling. To avoid this, invest in at most five at most. I would recommend just investing in 3 things, but if you want more choices, 5 is fine, because if you invest in more, you're paying way more in commission, and that is not the best. People say invest in a 3-fund ETF portfolio. Foundation, which is VOO, dividend, which is SCHD, and offense or growth could be QQQM or SMH or VGT. That is also fine. Just have a system that requires few positions, and you will spend less on commission, because these commission charges are very crazy, if you ask me. Second suggestion is do not spend little. Oh, I want to buy $5 for stock this month, $5 next month, $5. You will not make any profit. $5, because it's not because of paying small is bad. It's because Bamboo charges high commissions. $1. So if you are buying $5 a month, $1 commission. When will you make enough profits to beat the commission charges you've spent. So it's better to invest in a few and invest a lot of money, $100 a month. You know, okay, $1 commission for $100 is still doable. So it's better to spend big than to spend little. Because like I did with my $3 investment, it will affect you. Third tip, do not sell your stock or share or ETF until you've beaten the commission fees. What I mean by that is, when you buy a stock, you pay $1 commission. When you sell, you pay $1 commission. That's $2. So you should have at least $2 profit in your stock or ETF before you think about selling. Otherwise, you are making a loss. Otherwise, commission has beaten you. That's the truth. So if you have deposited into that stock or ETF 10 times, so 10 for a $10 commission and then $1 for the sale commission you pay, or maybe 1.5%. So always make sure that at least $2 profit before you sell. So it should be the deposit. Each time you deposited, you can tell the commission you've paid, and then add an extra $1 for sale. Put it together and look at the profit that you've made to see if it is higher than the commission fees you have paid to Bamboo. That's the only time you make a profit. You only realize your gain or loss when you sell. Other than that, it's just numbers on the screen. And my final tip for Bamboo users is, do not put your emergency fund in Bamboo, because of the high commissions. It's a risky thing to do. If you need money, you are likely to make a loss. So for that, I rather recommend mutual funds or treasury bills or something more low risk than Bamboo. That being said, I still recommend Bamboo for beginners, people who want to see how the stock market is, how it works, people who have no idea about it. I recommend, and you can sign up for Bamboo using my referral code MONEY. Just type MONEY. I'm the only one who has the MONEY referral code, so use that to sign up, and it helps me as well. So thank you very much. If you know how to navigate like I've taught you, you can get the most out of the Bamboo app. Thank you very much for watching. If you made it this far, see you on the next one. Peace.